Justice Gang, Green Lantern, Hawkgirl, Max Miller, they all were taken and put into the scrap. Episode number 7 is probably the best 35 minutes or 30 minutes of my life acting masterclass. I must tell you, John Cena is still the GOAT, the never seen 17. Hello and welcome to another episode of Comics Planet, and today I'm bringing you the overall season review of Peacemaker Season 2, directed by James Gunn. So in this video, I'm going to explain the pros and the cons of Peacemaker Season 2 in details, in depth, and I'll be sharing my honest review. Before going forward in this video, I must tell you that all these reviews and all these opinions, they are mine. That is my opinion. I respect each and every one of your opinion, but this is what I think. So yeah, without wasting any more time, let's begin the journey of Peacemaker Season 2 with my new pet, Iggy. So in episode number 1 of Peacemaker Season 2, we saw that James Gunn have replaced the Justice League with Justice Gang. We have seen the Cyborg is not there anymore, and he's been replaced by goddamn Mr. Terrific, and the whole cast of Justice League and all the characters, they have been replaced by the Justice Gang. So James Gunn have announced this probably maybe 1 or 2 years back regarding this, that he is bringing the new chapter to DC Universe to connect all the cinematic and the animation and all the stuff together, and the chapter 1 was called Gods and Monsters. So in Gods and Monsters, the very first thing that we have seen is the Creature Commandos. That was an animation TV series, and then we witnessed one of the blockbuster of 2025, and I cannot be more happy to tell you that Superman 2025 is the highest grossing superhero movie of 2025, beating all 3 Marvel movies. And after Superman 2025, we witnessed one of the most highest rated TV series. Let me repeat it one more time. One of the most highest rated TV series, that is Peacemaker Season 2. Starting from episode 1 to its very last episode, every episode was top rated in every respective websites. First thing that I like the most about this Peacemaker Season 2 is each and every character of Peacemaker Season 2 have delivered a significant role in this season, and everyone got their screen time. Be it Adebayo, be it Economos, be it Emilia Harcourt, be it Sasha Bordeaux, be it the Judo Master, each and every, and of course Christopher Smith. So all the supporting cast and supporting actors, they got the best of screen times. Be it the emotional journey of how she's emotionally drained out in this season, and how her love life and her professional life is ruined completely, but still she's standing tall and strong with her friend Christopher Smith, and she is for me, I think Adebayo's character is the fulcrum of Peacemaker Season 2, because she is the focal point of Christopher's journey and the other part of the Peacemaker episodes. Then we have seen Emilia Harcourt, who is now not welcomed by any of the agencies. She is staying alone. She has no love life. People are blaming her for her recklessness, and she's not getting any jobs, but still she's trying harder, and that is also a roller coaster of a journey for Emilia. How on earth you cannot mention John Economos? John and his humor were on the point. We have witnessed how a friend trying to save his best buddy can go on to the limits and can push the limit and go beyond the boundaries of each and everything, and he's still there for Christopher all the time. So the characters in this Peacemaker Season 2 was probably the best thing that could have ever happened to this series, where each and every character have gotten their perfect screen time, and the story arcs have developed in such a way that if anybody will ask you after 5 years down the road that how do you see this Peacemaker Season 2, then you can clearly say, okay, this character that has been done well, okay, that character that has been done well. So each and every character have done a 5 out of 5 thing. So for me, that's a thumbs up to James Gunn. And the main antagonist of this season, that is Rick Flag Sr., we have seen in the Suicide Squad movie how Christopher Smith killed Rick Flag Jr. and how a father seeking vengeance is trying to take the revenge from Christopher Smith. So when the episode begins, you will have a sympathy as an audience. You will have the sympathy with Rick Flag Sr. thinking that probably he's right in his own place. But as the story progresses, as the episode progresses, you will find out that this guy is nothing more than an evil mind. The episode ends in the very last episode. Now, if you haven't watched any of the episodes, then do not spoil yourself. Go and watch the episode and then come back again to watch this full review. So, Rick Flag Sr., the moment you reach to episode number 8, you will start hating that guy. That means the guy has done a brilliant job as an antagonist on the screen. Because if you're hating that evil character, that means he or she is doing their job perfectly. To the controversial part of this Peacemaker season 2, that is the episode number 8. Now, I must tell you that I think this episode number 8 was kind of dragged out version of this season. I mean, if you see from episode number 1 to episode number 7, it was a banger after banger after banger. It was a 5 on 5, 5 on 5, 5 on 5. But I think if all the previous episodes were just 20 to 25 minutes long, then if you are making this episode number 8, I'm repeating it again, if you are making this finale episode of Peacemaker season 2 and you have made it 50 minutes long, 50 to almost 1 hour long, then you probably have a rabbit to pull out of that hat. This episode number 8 could have been easily 15 to 20 minutes long, and you can still finish that episode number 8 within 20 minutes and we would have moved this to season 3. But instead you have made this 15 minutes long, and I think it was kind of dragged out. If you ask me, then probably I think from episode number 7 you just add 15 minutes extra of episode number 8, and then I think end the season over there, and that would have been the best TV series for any comic book. But here, just because of that episode number 8, I think the overall rating will be little dried out. That's for me, not a thumbs down, not a thumbs up. It will stay in the middle for me. I mean, the episode 8, I still feel would have been a lot shorter. Now, coming to another part, I think each and every one of you should listen to this carefully. There are two things. One, there is a fan's expectation and a fan's theory. And two, there is the director's vision. Now, director James Gunn, who is now ongoing with his project that is Gods and Monsters, and on the other hand, we have the fans and we have their expectation. People were thinking that Overman will appear, David Const's Superman will appear, there will be a big cameo and all those stuffs. And the legendary actor Steve played the character of John Economos. He came into our interview and he said that episode number 6, 7 and 8 will something that will just completely blow away your mind. I mean, 6, 7 was right, but not 8. So here I think the problem lied in the hype of social media. People have started thinking that because there was also an Instagram post where John Cena have posted an Instagram post with David Consuet, and people started speculating that probably David Consuet will come and appear in Peacemaker. And by that time also I was thinking that it's not gonna happen, but just because the posts were there, so people started speculating, okay, Superman will appear. And then people, after seeing the episode number 7, I'm not going to go details into episode number 7. If any of you haven't watched the reviews of episode 1, 2, 3 or 7, all these videos are already uploaded in my channel of Comics Planet. Do subscribe and like and check out all those previous videos. It will be a big support for me. And now coming back to the topic, I think people again started thinking that probably David Constantine will be the Overman. I mean, the Superman of Planet X. No such thing happened. And also there was a big cameo of Lex Luthor, the guy who was literally the main antagonist of the Superman movie. He also appeared, and then people started thinking, okay, so if Lex Luthor is in there with Rick Flag Sr., then probably David Constantine will also be there with Rick Flag Sr. But none of those things happened, none. From episode number 1 to 7, 5 out of 5, 5 out of 5, each and every episode. But just for that episode number 8, I think people started feeling this could have been better, that could have been better, because people always remember how it ended. I mean, the ending was not that good. It could have been a lot better. It could have been written better. And there's also one more complaint from my side. James Gunn recently said that the all these episodes and all these TV series and the movies, they are all interconnected of DC Cinematic Universe. If so, and I really like that phenomena of you are keeping all those episodes and TV series together and interconnected so that people will feel that they are part of some larger picture. But my only problem is that if your next project is the Lantern series that will be releasing in the early part of 2026, then probably there should have been at least some sort of hints about the Green Lanterns. Let me give you another example. What about that Peacemaker season 2 episode number 1, where there was a literal recruitment of new superheroes into Justice Gang? There was Guy Gardner Green Lantern, there was Hawkgirl, and the Maxwell Lord's company. They were hiring and recruiting new superheroes into their team. What happened to that? Just after 10 minutes of that episode 1, they're all gone. Then after that 10 minutes, there was no such references, there was no such talking, there was no such mentions about Justice Gang, Green Lantern, Hawkgirl, Maxwell Lord. They all were taken and put into the scrap. This could have been better. If you're not connecting that previous Superman movie character to this TV series, that is fine. You can still do better. I mean, the Peacemaker season 2 is definitely one of my favorite, or probably the favorite TV series of all time. But my only concern is if not connecting those previous storyline and those previous character to this TV series, then just scrap it out. You don't need it. But instead, you choose an option that okay, I should show Justice Gang in the first episode so that people will think that all these are interconnected. But at the end of the day, what happened? It was not interconnected. There was no such mentions after just the 10 minutes of the episode number 1. So that was a big thumbs down for me. So what happened to the Justice Gang? Did Maxwell Lord's company hire anybody? Did anybody go on for an interview for Justice Gang? Did Justice Gang get a new member? There was no such news. So what was the reason of showing that? Just for the sake that you are connecting each and everything. So you just showed it. But that just made no sense for me. I think this should have been easily scrapped out, and still Peacemaker season 2 would have been still a blockbuster TV series for me. So coming to that episode number 8, the setup was good. Now this is the good part. The setup was good. Christopher Smith, the Peacemaker, he's trying to escape from that so-called planet of salvation to get into the planet Earth. At that moment, Peacemaker season 2 ended. So it's a good setup. So that's a double thumbs up from my side. Now coming to the best part. John Cena. I mean, I also watched WWE since a long time from my childhood, and I must tell you, all those wrestlers who have performed in that ring and all those who have come out of that ring to try their luck in Hollywood, talking from a star power point of view, but just from sheer acting, just from the sheer acting masterclass, I must tell you, John Cena is still the GOAT, the never seen 70. He is the real champ who completely dominated this Peacemaker season 2 with his brilliant acting skills. And coming to that acting skills, episode number 7 is probably the best 35 minutes or 30 minutes of my life, I must tell you, of watching DC movies. I mean, you will hardly watch any DC movie with that kind of emotional roller coaster and that kind of attachment with the fans. I mean, the movies even will fall short of this episode number 7. It was so heart touching, it was so emotional, where Christopher Smith, when he's again seeing his brother is dying in front of him, his father is dying in front of him, the things that he was avoiding for so long since his childhood. He went to planet X, to Earth X, but then again he sees all things again. He relived all those things, and the way he screamed in the end, that performance is probably the best performance for, I must tell you, the top 5 best performance of any DC actor or actresses, period. So this is my total review of Peacemaker season 2. If you'll ask me overall, I'll give it a solid 4.9 out of 5. This season is definitely the best thing, and I must tell you that the DC Cinematic Universe is in the is in safe hands, and James Gunn, my buddy, you're doing fabulous. Keep on bringing this amazing series. And next in line is the Lantern series, which will be released in HBO Max in the early of 2026. We'll see how it happens. And until then, you know what to do. Subscribe to this channel, press that bell icon, like that video. Do comment down below what do you think about this Peacemaker season 2. And until then, this is Comics Planet signing out.